Hi mamas and papas. Now I'm going to show you how to fill, feed from and clean your super dispensing spoon. So it has the cap. This is whilst travelling. You want to make sure that this fancy little no leak cap is in. So you're going to fill it up with food. You're going to pop the no leak cap there, screw the spoon on, and then you pop your cap on. I mean, that is a tight seal anyway, so if you didn't have the leak proof lid in there and it's squirted into there, then that is going to hold it. But of course, if you're trying to shake the bottom to get the food down, then you'll have food leakage coming out of that hole there. Now this is really good for feeding on the go, but be mindful that the hole there is quite small, so this isn't going to be suitable for your chunky lumpy foods. This is best for the pureed foods that are smooth. So definitely from day one of starting solids, this is the perfect utensil, especially because once babies start to eat, they get really keen on eating and they want to get that food in really quickly. So you want the food to be able to flow quickly, and you don't have to go back to your spoon, and you're just able to gently squeeze and let the food come into the spoon. Gently squeeze. And I tend to give a spoon, one of the Love You Baby spoons, to my son Kai to hold, because he likes to chew on something in the meantime if he's not chewing on this. So yeah, do hand him something to keep them occupied whilst you're maybe fishing for the last bit in the bottle. Certainly if you're feeding from the bowls, these ones that we showed you earlier, then yeah, I'd recommend handing them another spoon to hold on to. So in order to use this, I'm just going to put some of the whip in there. Now bear with me whilst I just pour some of this in there. It's quite a thick mixture, so I'm just going to pour. There we go. I'm going to put the seal on. Doesn't really matter if you've got a bit around there, you can wipe it off if you like, otherwise screw that on, and then I'm going to take that with me today, ready for later. If you want to keep things chilled, just pop it in your Mama Organiser meal pouch, maybe put an ice pack in there if you want it really cold, but otherwise this is fresh and it's going to be great for a meal in a couple of hours or so. Otherwise keep it stored in the fridge until you're ready to go, and that'll be perfect for serving on the run. The other thing I will say about this though, which is really cool, is as your child is learning to feed themselves, this is such a great tool. You could put your yogurt or puree in there, and then they can feed themselves without too much mess, knocking over bowls, that sort of thing. I've noticed that my son now starts to squeeze things anyway to get food out, like his drink bottle and such, and yeah, so it seems to be a natural instinct. As you're getting to the end of the feeding, it sometimes gets a bit hard to get everything down into the tip, so you want to pop the lid on a bit, just shake it till it gets into the tip, and use the cup, rather the lid, as a catch-all just in case of splatter, and then continue to squeeze the food out. When you go to clean your super spoon, you want to pop all the rings off, so that you can get any food that's trapped underneath there. So they should all come apart like that. So you want to make sure that all parts are separate as they're drying, so that you don't get any mold or mildew or anything form on the inside. Of course this can go in your sterilizers, dishwasher, whatever, or sunlight. Perfect way to keep them bone dry and kill any extra bacteria that may be hiding. So that's your super spoon. When you're popping the super spoon back together, just make sure that the inner rings are firm to the sides, otherwise you will have leakage. So you just want to squeeze it, and then just make sure that it pops all the way around